Welcome to this video on the dynamics of excess carriers, the fundamental engine powering the active operation of solid-state devices. While intentional doping creates a static baseline, the active operation of devices like diodes and transistors relies on deliberate, dynamic imbalances of electrical currents. Built-in doping alone cannot switch active currents. External energy sources, such as applied voltage or light illumination, must be injected to disrupt the equilibrium and catalyze dynamic operation. Not all introduced energy is successful. To initiate dynamic operation, a photon must possess energy greater than or equal to the semiconductor's specific band gap, as shown by the mathematical threshold. When the energy threshold is met and a photon is absorbed, an electron is excited across the band gap. This singular event generates an excess electron in the conduction band and an excess hole in the valence band. The sudden appearance of these excess electron-hole pairs is a radical physical change. It briefly surges the material's electrical conductivity far beyond its normal baseline state. With the influx of highly energized excess carriers, the system enters a non-equilibrium steady state. This new paradigm fundamentally changes how device properties must be mapped and measured. In a settled equilibrium state, electron occupation probabilities are governed by a single Fermi level. However, this metric becomes meaningless in a non-equilibrium state flooded with excess carriers. To regain control, engineers use Quasi-Fermi levels. These independently describe the distinct excited populations. Fn tracks electrons in the conduction band, and Fp tracks holes in the valence band. Quasi-Fermi levels are precise diagnostic metrics. The physical separation between Fn and Fp measures exactly how far the excess carriers have pushed the system out of equilibrium. Excess carriers cannot persist indefinitely. Once the external energy stabilizes or is removed, the excited populations decay and disappear. The duration of their survival is the material's carrier lifetime. The decay of excess carriers occurs through recombination. The excited electron falls back from the conduction band into the empty state, annihilating both excess carriers and resolving the imbalance. Recombination is inevitable, but the energy release mechanism depends on the atomic structure. The released energy takes one of two primary pathways, a clean, direct drop, or a jagged, indirect descent. Direct recombination emits lost energy as a photon, driving LEDs. Indirect recombination, a multi-step process, releases energy as heat, resulting in general energy loss and heating. This dynamic life cycle is the fundamental engine of semiconductor technology. Mastering it allows engineers to dictate the flow of light, power, and information in solid-state operation. Thank you for watching this video on the dynamics of excess carriers. We hope this has been insightful.